Hola, fellow geeks. It's that time again, 4:30, Friday. It's Geeks at the Movies. I'm going to be your host, Shane Gurich. Joining me today is our lead writer, Jacob Desitales.
How's it going, guys?
We're cutting the intro short because we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
So many trailers.
It was San Diego Comic-Con this week, so let's just get right to it because there's tons to talk about. The first thing up is the new trailer for Batman vs. Superman has been released. Warner Brothers and DC showed the trailer at the Comic-Con panel and released it online shortly thereafter. The film is set to hit theaters March 25th, 2016. Jacob, give me your first impressions.
This trailer was awesome. I love this trailer. It showed so much. The teaser trailer was a really cool first look. This one added so much story, so many new character looks, everything. It was exactly what I wanted from a Batman vs. Superman trailer.
Yes, and this time they really used the teaser versus the real trailer properly. A lot of times I hear them say, here's your teaser trailer, and then here's the real trailer. I'm like, there's not really that much difference. That one's a little bit longer. No, you're right. It was a teaser. We got a tease. We got a taste. And then we got the real deal. I don't even know where to begin to talk about this. What was the first thing that stood out to you? It's like, wow, look what they're doing. What popped into your mind?
That was when we see Bruce Wayne in Metropolis when the big fight between Superman and Zod was going down.
Oh, I love that. Different perspective. I love it.
And we see why he's so pissed at Superman. We see why he wants to go after him and why he sees him as a threat. Then we see Superman, he's going to be on TV, like he's going to be doing that appearance where like they're going to, I guess, kind of hold him on trial.
It's like a Senate committee hearing. They kind of had the same thing happen with Tony Stark.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be called aboard the government officials. Oh, why'd you do this? Blah, blah, blah.
So that's going to be a really, really cool element that they're going to put in there. And remember in the teaser trailer when they showed the guys with the Superman insignia on their shoulders? I don't think Superman is like in charge of them. I think they formed by themselves, and then he came down and he's going to like talk with them and be like, don't kill people, please.
You're right. I'm still not sure what role they play.
When he's going down into that tunnel, he looks kind of pissed. He doesn't look like he's happy with them. And then you see them later when Batman's going there fighting them. A lot of people were saying that wasn't Batman in that suit. They were saying that was like, remember in the comic book you read, The Dark Knight Rises,
yes,
or Returns, that they were the sons of Batman.
Yep.
People were saying that was one of the sons of Batman because it looks like he's snapping one of the guy's necks.
Yes.
But a new picture just got released of Batman in that costume, so I guess it is Batman.
Oh, I wasn't aware of this latest development.
Yeah,
the Batman with the trench coat costume, is that what we're talking about right now?
Yeah,
okay.
That's actually Ben Affleck. So maybe he wasn't breaking his neck. I don't know.
What did you think? I heard comments about put that aside, the breaking the neck. They showed a scene with a criminal that Batman had apparently catch, and he branded him.
Yeah.
Some people were complaining about that, saying this is not in Batman's character. What do you think?
I think that was just his way of getting it back that he's back. Because remember, this is a Batman that's coming out of retirement. He's been around for a while before this. Then he took a break. Now Superman's back. He's back. He wants people to know that he's back and that he's gonna he's not gonna let anyone get in his way of getting to Superman.
And a lot of this plays into the comic book of The Dark Knight Rises, Returns. We always get that name confused, which I read recently. So, and in that comic book, he is a more brutal Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pissed, he's angry, he's taking guys out, and he's doing what it takes. He still sticks to his morals of not killing people, but he's pushing the edge here.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm seeing right now in this show with the branding the guy. I'm still unsure about that neck move. Which, by the way, just a side note, is kind of a silly thing that they do in a lot of movies. Is this neck breaking move that doesn't really work in real life.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's fine.
Yeah. A couple other things we should talk about. Wonder Woman. We get to see her for the first time,
and she has a new power or something.
Yeah. She's doing like some force field thing with her wristband. But yeah, that was really cool seeing her. I just want to make sure that Gal Gadot can actually act, because she's a model and not really an actress.
Oh, I didn't know this.
She's in the Fast and the Furious movies and some other stuff, but a lot of people don't really see her as like a big full-time actress. But we've seen that before with like The Rock. He was a wrestler, then now he's like a real bona fide actor.
But there were steps along the way.
Yeah.
He got bigger roles than probably most people would have gotten at his skill level.
Yeah.
But he has taken his craft seriously. This is what I like about The Rock. When you hear him talking about like acting, he takes it seriously. He's like, yeah, I'm learning this. So I hope Gal Gadot takes it seriously.
Yeah, and I'm sure they had a long and tedious audition process for Wonder Woman, and they chose who they wanted to choose.
Right.
So.
She looks the part.
Yeah.
From those scenes,
Yeah.
I was worried. I'm like, is she really gonna look the part? She looks physical
Yeah.
enough. She looks.
She beefed up.
Yeah.
And I hope that what they're going to do is the Batman and Superman to Wonder Woman aspect ratio in the trailer. I hope that's how it is in the movie.
Explain further.
Like, because there was a lot of Batman and Superman in this trailer,
Yes.
and there was just the right touch of Wonder Woman. I hope that's how it is in the movie.
And did it appear to you that Wonder Woman may be on Batman's side? I heard some speculation saying that maybe she helps even the odds because Superman is Superman. He's a god.
And then that scene where you see her use her powers, there's a wrecked Batmobile behind her. So I think she's going to come in, and then she's going to be part of the reason that they joined forces. And
maybe like a mediator role.
Yeah.
So she's stopping them too. So she's not really on either side. She's just trying to get these people to stop fighting each other.
Yeah, and then leads into the next thing. Lex Luthor, who was great. I love the part where he's just like, the red capes are coming. The red capes are coming. That's what I want from this Lex Luthor. He's not like the big businessman type guy from the comics. He's like the evil genius, the Lex Luthor. And that's something that I really want to see from that character. And then there's that scene where it had that awesome shot where Batman's like going like this, and you see the lightning strike that's right out of The Dark Knight Rises. But in that scene, you see the like laser beams come at him, and people were saying, you'd think that was Superman, but why would he do that? That would kill Batman right away. So why would he want to kill? I don't think he wants to kill Batman.
No, it's not in Superman's nature. Even more so than Batman to not kill.
So
he can.
And there's that scene with where they have General Zod's body. I think that this goes right into the rumor that Doomsday is going to be in the movie.
Oh, I was about to bring that up because some of those shots people were saying, "Oh, this is the epic battle scene between Batman and Superman." I'm like, is it, or are some of these scenes actually part of another battle?
Yeah, he's not wearing the armored suit in that scene where the laser beams come at him. So I think Doomsday is actually going to be in this movie, which I didn't think they were going to do that originally, but I think that's how it is going to be now. They're going to have that character for them to join forces and fight against.
So this is going to be a first half Batman v Superman. Wonder Woman, she comes in, hey guys, we got a bigger problem. Then this other guy comes in.
I hope.
But where's Lex Luthor's role in that? Because he's manipulating Superman in some sense. We see that in the trailer.
Yeah.
He's got kryptonite.
Yeah, he has kryptonite, and then you see that scene where Superman's like kind of bowing before him for some reason, and then I think Doomsday is definitely going to be in it, and I hope that it's like most of the movie is Batman versus Superman, then the last half hour to 20 minutes is that big epic battle where they join forces.
Is this going to be Doomsday Part 1? Or are we going to have another villain? Or is he's going to come back to return to another day?
Yeah, I think they definitely want to keep Doomsday around. This is going to be like him.
Does he play a major... I'm not a big comic nerd. Does he play a major role in the comics?
In the comics, he's the guy that kills Superman.
Oh, okay.
He kills Superman and during the first time that he dies.
Superman.
And then comes back 10 issues later.
Right.
But then, so... they're definitely going to keep him around. I hope what they do is they make him a lot weaker, and then in the future films, like in maybe the first Superman solo film, or the
Man of Steel 2.
Yeah, the second Superman solo film, they bring him back in his full Doomsday glory.
Full Doomsday glory.
Yeah.
Well, we could keep talking about this movie, but we got more stuff to talk about. So let's move on to item number 2. Also shown at the DC panel, and now officially released, was the trailer for the upcoming film Suicide Squad. Jared Leto did not appear at the panel with the rest of the cast, but did appear as the Joker in the trailer. The film is set to come out August 5th, 2016. First impressions.
This was an awesome trailer. When I first saw it, like as I'm sure many of you did, it was when it was the leaked version when it was online. It was
I hate those leaked versions.
Shaky cam type thing.
And now I have to watch them for the show, and it's not the same.
And then I was so happy when it came out, when they finally released it, which DC's really smart about that, doing what Marvel does. When anything gets leaked, they just immediately release it online themselves.
Because if people just see that weird shaky cam version, it gives the wrong impression. Yeah. Certain scenes just look terrible in that version. Then you see the real HD version, like, oh, okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah. So when I saw the trailer for the first time, I only had an opinion on the last 10 seconds because that was all I could see. But that was the last 10 seconds. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad.
So you liked it?
Yes, I liked it.
I've seen some mixed reactions to that scene. Right now, I'm still unsure. Like it could be great. And I could go another way. That's not enough for me to form any kind of preliminary opinion. Yeah. But other people are forming strong opinions the other way, like, oh, that's awesome. I like this new version. Other people are like, oh, nah, it's just kind of cheesy.
From this quick look that we saw, I like it.
Thumbs up for the Jacob.
Yes. I'm excited to see Jared Leto as the Joker. I think he's going to be that really psychotic, like comic booky a little bit Joker, where he's gonna have like all the non-subtleties about him. And
he's not subtle. We know from the tattoos. There's no subtlety here, folks.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to see him. We get to see that really quick shot of Batman in the trailer, where he's gonna carve open the hood of the Joker's car and rip it off.
I'm so happy they have. I mean, I knew they were gonna have Batman in there. Yeah. But I'm glad they're just like, we're gonna have Batman. He's have some role.
And they have to show him in the trailer because if you have a character like that in a movie, you're gonna have to advertise him.
Of course, because people will see the movie. Oh, well, I gotta see Batman, of course.
Yeah, and they mentioned Superman in the trailer.
Of course.
And then I wish we got to see more of Harley Quinn, honestly, because we didn't get to see her as the Harley Quinn I know. Maybe that's not the route they're going, and if it works, I'm fine with that. But we didn't really get to see that much, where she didn't really say much, and like she didn't have like that playfulness that the Harley Quinn has in like all the comics and everything. So, but I want to see more of that. I want to see more of the team aspect that we're gonna have. But it was a cool first look of all the cast members that doing their thing. But what did you think of the trailer as a whole?
The trailer as a whole, the biggest surprise for me was the tone. I thought it actually was going to be more lighthearted. This was going to be the DC film that breaks the mold. But no, it feels like it's going to be the same dark thing.
I thought it was going to be like kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it did not feel like that at all. It felt like the same dark tone the rest of the movies have.
I thought they were gonna have more fun with it because that's how you would. I think that's how you would make a villain movie work. But
I mean, the characters they have involved. I mean, they're showing these ridiculous characters like the Croc dude, Harley Quinn,
Captain Boomerang,
Captain Boomerang, folks. But that was not the tone they took. They played it, at least in that trailer. Now we've seen other trailers like Ant-Man, where the first trailer is serious, and then we realize later on there's more humor. I think there will be more humor. There will be more levity. But it's darker than I expected.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit more levity with characters like Harley Quinn and Captain Boomerang.
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's good.
If you take it too seriously, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because people, they don't buy it. It's like, oh, come on, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I'm actually really surprised that, well, I'm not really surprised that they showed it at Comic-Con, but I'm really surprised that they actually released this, despite what we said earlier, because this movie is still more than a year away.
Yeah.
And really what they usually do is they release a trailer a year away at most. So I'm a little surprised, but there's been a lot of news coming out about this movie and everything.
I think that's probably one of the reasons. There's so much leaked from the set.
Yeah.
And also, if you notice this trailer, there's very little special effects in it.
Yeah.
So clearly, these scenes are just the scenes they just shot with a camera, raw footage. They don't really need to do anything. All the fancy action stuff, they're still working on those effects. They're gonna be working on them for months.
Yeah, they're like we filmed that scene with Batman. We have a trailer now.
Yeah, exactly. And I bet you some of those scenes we saw in that teaser trailer, they might not even exist in the final film because it's so far out.
Yeah.
You mentioned Harley Quinn earlier. Now I don't know her as well. I remember a little bit from the Batman animated show when I was a kid. But I really liked what I saw of Harley. I thought she was fantastic. I loved her look was great.
Yeah, her look
was dead on, and her kind of strange attitude. I liked what I saw.
Yeah.
For me, like, it was kind of like with the Joker. It was just a taste, but with the Joker, it didn't really give me enough. But the taste of Harley Quinn, I'm on board. So far, this is two thumbs up for Shane so far. Some of the other characters, one character I had a slight problem with was Will Smith's character. And why did I have a problem with it? Because he was Will Smith.
well, we didn't really even get to hear him say anything except
But the few things he said...
The name drop of the movie.
It felt like a Will Smith line, too. Like, oh, this is something Will Smith would say. And people had problems with this casting right from the get-go because said, oh, Will Smith, he's going to stick out in this movie.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a problem with it just because he is Will Smith. He's that star power.
Right. And he always plays a similar character in all the movies. He's like Tom Cruise. There's certain characters that they're not Daniel Day-Lewis's of the world, where they can embody different roles. They're kind of the same person every time.
Yeah, I think he's going to be... hopefully, David Ayer, the director, knows how to get good performances out of his the actors. That's what I've seen from...
And Will Smith can act. He's been in in movies where he's done phenomenal acting. But he also can get kind of lazy and just go back to I'm just Will Smith. I'll phone it in.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf, he's one actor that I think plays similar roles in a lot of his movies. He was in the movie Fury that David Ayer directed. He was fantastic in that movie. So he knows how to get really good performances out of his actors. So I think that's going to be the main part of this movie is the characters, because he knows how to focus on the characters more than the story. So, but I think there's going to be a good mix between the two.
Are we just going to focus on a handful of characters and the other people are just going to be in the background? Is this going to be like the original Star Trek where there's a bunch of characters, but they only focus on like Kirk, McCoy, and Spock, and the other characters don't even really matter? So they're going to focus on Will Smith, Harley Quinn, and maybe one other person?
That's why I was a little bit surprised when I saw how big the squad was.
Yeah, it's huge. There's so many people there.
But I think they're definitely going to focus more on Deadshot and Harley Quinn and the Joker. But I think we're going to get a good mix of all the other characters as well.
This seemed like a movie that would be a good opportunity to have one of those extended releases where you get a little more taste of the other characters. Because some of the characters I just can't imagine they spend much time with.
I really hope we get to see a lot of Killer Croc in this movie because when that picture first got released, I thought that his makeup looked really cheap and stuff. But then the movie, it looked really realistic.
Right, because the lighting. You have to have the proper lighting and the camera.
Yeah, and they probably touched him up a little bit with CGI.
Exactly.
But yeah, I really hope we get to see him because he's going to be like the tank of the group. The
tank. So he's like he has like super strength. I don't know all the powers.
Yeah, and he eats people, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, all right. The usual things crocodiles do.
Yeah.
All right, let us move on because we have plenty to talk about. Over at the Fox panel this weekend, we saw the trailer for the upcoming film Deadpool. The film is going to be released February 12th, 2016. Whoa, we got to change here. What is this to Jacob?
Okay, so what also got released...
He writes this.
This also got leaked online was the new X-Men Apocalypse trailer.
Oh.
So we're going to in this section we're going to talk about both X-Men Apocalypse and Deadpool.
We had to make last-minute changes, folks, because there's just so much news. It's unbelievable this week. Okay, talk to me about Deadpool first.
Okay, so I've been really excited about Deadpool for a long time. I love that they brought Ryan Reynolds back because he was campaigning for this movie.
That really surprised me because he already played. It's hard to say, but he played Deadpool, kind of. I mean, it really was. I wasn't Deadpool. It didn't make any sense. Yeah,
but they brought him back because he was the one that wants to make this movie.
Right.
So, but I loved this trailer. It wasn't perfect, but I thought it captured the tone.
Yes.
Of that the movie's going to be. They did a great job with that, and they had such a good joke. Bragging on the Green Lantern costume because he was like, don't make the suit green or animated.
Yeah, I loved it.
That was great.
I love the self-awareness and the fourth wall breaking of Deadpool. I don't know the character too well, but everything I've read about him and how he constantly breaks the fourth wall and he's self-aware. I'm interested in watching this because he's a comic book that's really embracing the silliness of comic books.
Yeah, and the humor was great in this trailer, and I like that they're bringing in Colossus.
Yes.
Because they're bringing in an X-Men character into this thing to be like, hey, this is an X-Men movie, but it's not going to be like any other X-Men movie we've seen before. It's rated R. They're going to break the fourth wall all the time. It's going to be great. And they actually filmed the test footage that was the animated test footage
Yeah,
thing.
at first I was confused. I'm like, wait a second, wasn't that this fake? Oh no,
Yeah.
but they really did it.
Yeah, and they changed it around a little bit, but they had like a bunch of the same lines and everything. Like that guy's right there. He's wearing his brown pants. I'm so excited for this movie. I really think that's going to be that like the Deadpool that people want to see on screen.
And give me some information, Jacob. I don't know too much about Deadpool. What are Deadpool's powers? What does he do?
Okay, so like a lot like Wolverine, he has a healing factor.
Okay.
And that's what's keeping the cancer from killing him.
All right, yeah, I was confused about that. So he has cancer.
Yeah, and then that's why they made him into this, so the healing factor could prevents him from dying.
Okay.
So he has that. He basically has ninja abilities.
All right.
like he
check off the ninja ability box.
Yeah. And in the comics, I don't think they're gonna do this in the movie, but in the comics, he has this device that allows him to teleport like Nightcrawler. I don't think they're gonna have that in the movie because
that's a very powerful ability. If he has that plus super healing.
Yeah, and that allows him to. I'm pretty sure at least allows him to teleport long distances. So I don't think they're gonna do that, but they're gonna have the healing factor, the ninja abilities. Because remember the one of the only good parts in X-Men Origins was before he became Deadpool at the end, was when he was that really quick scene when they're entering the building. He's like has his sword spinning in a circle.
He's like the bullets are being blocked.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of like lightsabers in Star Wars when they're fighting the laser blasters and they're deflecting them.
Yeah, so he has like advanced agility and stuff like that. I don't think he has super strength or anything, but yeah, he's basically he's the Merc with the mouth. That's his name. He's the Merc with the mouth. So he's an assassin. They're definitely going to go into that. We got to see his the guy with the glasses. I'm pretty sure that was his that's like his Q, the guy that gives him all of his weapons and everything. But apparently in the comics he's really abusive to him. So we're going to see that. Like he's a real asshole to him. So we're going to see that.
This is so bizarre just talking about this character.
I know.
So strange.
I know it's so, and that's why it's so weird that we're going to get this movie.
It's like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, no chance. It's never happening.
Yeah.
But now anything's possible.
Yeah. And now for Apocalypse, much different tone of a movie, which is how it should be. And we actually got to see Apocalypse.
I just saw that trailer this morning. The Joe I, our cameraman, he sent me a link, which was already dead, but I found it. And it's cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it properly.
Yeah, but both of these were leaked online. They're filmed through someone's camera, but we still got to see. It was a lot better quality than, say, the Suicide Squad trailer before that was released. So we actually got to see what was going on. We got to see Apocalypse. We got to see the new younger X-Men cast. That they got Jubilee, young Storm, young Cyclops. They got all these people in there.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, young Nightcrawler. I'm really excited to see him.
Oh, I love Nightcrawler. It disappointed me so much when he wasn't in the third X-Men film.
And that made no sense because at the end of X-Men 2, he was like part of the team.
Yeah.
And then he just disappeared.
I'm guessing the guy that he played him didn't want to come back, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. There was some...
Because that in X-Men 2, like the scene in the White House, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. And so we're going to get to see him
That was the
again.
Quicksilver scene of X-Men 2, right?
Yeah.
That was like the showcase scene.
I was just about to mention, he's back too, Quicksilver. And after Days of Future Past came out, they said that they're actually going to explore the Magneto-Quicksilver relationship because they made a quick reference to it in...
I didn't think they're gonna bring that into play. I thought they were just gonna ignore that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
They said they're actually gonna go into that. That Magneto is Quicksilver's dad. That's really cool. Then at the very end, we get to see what's the actor's name?
I don't know the guy that plays Apocalypse.
No, the guy that plays as Professor X.
Oh, does anyone know his name? The Joe I. Do you know his name? The guy that plays Professor X. The young one. We did bad. We'll put it on the bottom of the screen. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, but we get to see him bald.
And he actually shaved his head for that. He's not wearing a bald cap.
Excellent.
Because they released this picture of where he's getting his hair cut, but he's actually bald, and So this is like the final step in the evolution for the
to becoming the Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, the Patrick Stewart. Yeah, that's really cool. And it was really a cool first look at the movie.
So did you like what you saw of Apocalypse? I remember seeing Apocalypse when I was a kid in the X-Men cartoon in the early '90s, and he looked kind of like that to me, except he was a lot smaller. Because they always showed him as like a really giant guy.
Yeah.
Because he changed his size, right?
Yeah. I think they're trying to differentiate him from Thanos because
they are similar, aren't they?
Thanos, Apocalypse, and Darkseid are basically the same character, but yeah, they're trying to differentiate him from that. But he did look like the comic book Thanos a little bit. They just made him. They just did what they do with all the characters and made him fit for an on-screen presence.
Right, because some of the comic book characters are a little wild looking in the comic books, like the Wolverine with the classic spandex yellow suit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this was in the trailer, but I know that Angel's gonna be back. Remember in the third movie there was the guy with the wings?
Yes.
So they're ignoring canon once again. I know they retconned everything, but why would it make him be born like 20 years younger? But there was some speculation that he's going to be Archangel. Yeah, I think he's going to be Angel and then turn into Archangel, who was one of Apocalypse's 4 horsemen.
Ooh, so he gets an upgrade.
Yeah.
Check the upgrade box.
Yeah, and I think Hugh Jackman's going to have a cameo, but in the comics, he's actually also one of Apocalypse's 4 horsemen. He's Death in the comics. So for one storyline, he becomes Death.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so you think Hugh Jackson will only be in a cameo role?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about the Old Man Logan. What is this? What is this item here? You put Old Man Logan in here, Jake. What is Old Man Logan?
Yeah. So also at the Fox panel, Hugh Jackman came out. They talked about X-Men more, and he hinted at a cameo in X-Men Apocalypse, which I think everyone was just speculating already.
It would be stupid. It's like not putting Batman in the Suicide Squad film. You got to have him in there. He's the biggest star of the X-Men franchise.
Yeah. And then he also hinted at an Old Man Logan storyline for the third and final Wolverine film. So in the comics, for you who don't know, the Old Man Logan storyline it's like a alternate future, like post-apocalyptic future where all the superheroes are dead and like the villains rule the earth, and Wolverine is like the only like hero that's still left. Like I know that like Captain America, Hulk, and Hawkeye are all in the comic book. They obviously can't have them in this movie, but I think it's a really smart move for them because people have been asking for this for a long time. Ever since like the first Wolverine movie, people have wanted an Old Man Logan. Yeah, so it's the perfect story arc for him as his final role as Wolverine.
Yes, if it is in fact his final role, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Show him at the end of his career.
Yeah, and there are also rumors coming out because Patrick Stewart, I don't know how true this is, but he said that he was going to be in the new Wolverine movie.
Ooh.
So like maybe it's going to be like a Wolverine Professor X like adventure film where they're going to go off on some big adventure.
The duo, the amazing duo.
I don't see them as a duo at all, really. But yeah, I think so. I'm really interested to see how this is going to fit into all the rest of the X-Men universe, because the storyline of Old Man Logan itself is its own thing. It's its own story. So I wonder if it's definitely going to take place in the future, obviously.
I also wonder if it's how well it will fit in, because Fox has not been the best at creating this X-Men universe. They have made mistakes. They've had to retcon things, as you say. I don't have the confidence I have in Fox that I have in Marvel. They've done great movies, and they've done garbage.
Maybe this will be a thing where it starts off like in the X-Men canon, then it like gets taken into like an alternate universe type thing, and then at the end something happens where it makes sense why we see a different Wolverine in the future.
I'm so confused now. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either.
But I didn't really know what was happening in some of the recent X-Men movies. All the changes they made, but I still love them. So whatever.
But that was a genius move at the end of Days of Future Past.
It was a genius move.
They just corrected everything. Everything that everyone hated, all the errors that they made. They just wiped them all out.
So many errors.
It just got rid of everything.
Delete key.
Yeah. So,
All right. Well, enough with the X-Men. Now we're coming to Star Wars. I had number 5 on our list. A behind-the-scenes featurette from Comic-Con for the upcoming film Star Wars The Force Awakens has hit the web. The video showed what went into making the film and some new quick shots from the movie. The Jacob here loves the Star Wars. It gives him that sick rush he needs to get through the day. So, tell me about this.
this was a really cool look into the movie. It wasn't anything mind-blowing. It wasn't a new trailer, which a lot of people were kind of upset about, but it was a really cool look. We got to see that Simon Pegg is actually going to be in the movie as an alien, so that's kind of cool, I guess. No one's going to be able to recognize him because it showed him in that suit, and he's obviously going to be wearing a mask too. So
we saw a lot of people in suits.
Yeah.
This is something that was emphasized. These places are real.
Yeah. They opened the thing up with talking about the practical effects, and that's something that I know you're excited about.
I am really excited about the practical effects, and I love it when they said, oh, these are real places, and then they show the locations. Because as an actor, it's so much easier if you have something to work with. If everything's all green screen and you don't even know what anything looks like, some actors are good and they can work with it. But it's just going to bring up the film to, I think, a higher standard of quality.
Yeah.
Because because every actor now is like, oh, I'm in a real place.
Yeah.
I can really I'm here. I'm on Tatooine or whatever planets they're on.
And I'm talking to a real person right now.
Yes. I'm talking to a real 4-foot-tall Bizarro alien bird thing.
But it should also be known that, like, 85% of this movie is going to be CGI.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time.
Like, you see in the trailers, tons of CGI.
Yeah. And there was that cool scene where we get to see Oscar Isaac's character, I think, being taken away by a stormtrooper. We got to see we got to see more scenes with Daisy Ridley is that the actress? Yeah, I think it's the actress who's she's piloting something. We got to see how they did that. They have some guy in a booth controlling it, and then we got to see more of John Boyega's character. None of the original cast were really in the actual scenes of the movie that they showed.
But they had some interview clips.
Yeah. So they obviously didn't want to give anything away, but they wanted to give us a closer look at the movie.
Yeah, I really like when movies do this because I saw a lot of interesting stuff about Star Wars. I became more interested in what was happening. Yeah. But at the same time, I wasn't spoiled. It just made me more excited.
Yeah. Because
sometimes you see something and it makes you more excited, but it's like, man, they sure just showed me a lot of stuff. I basically know what happens in the movie now, which can be a little disappointing. And they're reassuring fans.
Yeah.
Because the original movies, one of the things that was so great about them, and a lot of this was out of necessity, but was the fact that it looked like a real lived-in world.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just that they had practical effects, but it was that they had like a lot of an X-wing. And look, there's a scratch. Oh, look, it's dirty. And then we saw in the prequels, well, everything is kind of shiny and new. And occasionally they try to CGI in the dirt, and it just never worked. It didn't work.
Yeah.
We know there's going to be a lot of CGI. CGI is a necessity of modern filmmaking. If you want to make a big-budget film, big-budget action movie, you need to use CGI. But adding just a little bit of that touch of the practical effects, having a little more sets in there, bam. Now you got the perfect formula. And I hope we see this more and more now in the future. Because for a while, there was an extreme push away from practical effects.
Yeah.
Because they're cheaper, they're easy to do, the CGI. But now people are learning, wait a second, this can hurt filmmaking.
Yeah, I'm really happy that he's bringing in the practical effects. J.J. Abrams, because he's a hardcore Star Wars fan. This is the first time where we actually get to see a film made by a Star Wars fan, and that's really exciting for me because it's kind of like fan fiction come to life.
Right.
So we have to see these stories told by this new generation of storytellers, and J.J. Abrams, I think he knows what he's doing with this project. I think he knows what the fans want to see. He knows the right direction to take the story, and I think we're gonna get something really special here.
And George Lucas is no longer attached.
Yeah, so that's always good.
It's always good.
I love you, George, but you fucked up.
George Lucas. I compare George Lucas to Gene Roddenberry. Gene Roddenberry, he wrote episodes for Star Trek Next Generation the first season, and they were terrible. But as soon as he started letting his writers and team do everything for him, it became my favorite show. Gene Roddenberry and George Lucas are both good at creating a universe, but they need a team to implement the individual details. The original Star Wars movies, if you see behind the scenes, like making up featurettes, he actually relies on his team. But if you see the behind-the-scenes featurettes for the prequels, he's basically do this, and they're kind of scared of him almost. Some scenes are weird, like they're afraid to say something. Yeah,
he's the one in charge. And that's why I think his directing was so bad, because no one wanted to say anything to him.
You could see that in behind the scenes featurette. It's weird because like he's talking about Jar Jar Binks, about how awesome he is, and you see the people in the background like they look a little uncomfortable, like they want to say something but they can't.
Yeah,
it's weird. You don't usually see that vibe.
Yeah, that was really weird. But then in this, you get to see the vibe. Everyone's like in nerd heaven.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they actually showed the shot from like the first day of shooting. Like, here we're doing Star Wars. Everyone's like, they're all into this, and that's what you want when you have a big project like this. There's hundreds of artists involved, hundreds of creative people are involved in this. And you don't want those people to be stymied by some king, some emperor on high that says, do this exactly my way. You want these creative people who do makeup, who do special effects, who do sound, who do music. Let them do their craft. Let them do what they're good at. And they want to do it. They want to make this the best that they can because they're into it. They're like, yes, Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw those extras? They're like, I can die happy now. Like, I played a stormtrooper or something.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's into it. So let's let it flow naturally. I am really looking forward to this movie. But now it is time to look at my shirt because the next segment is on The Walking Dead. Again, another trailer. We saw the trailer for the season 6 Walking Dead. Tell me your thoughts, Jacob.
Okay, so I actually really liked this trailer. It wasn't. Unlike you, I've seen a lot of the other Walking Dead trailers.
Yes, I should mention here, this is the first Walking Dead trailer I've seen since the show started. But now that I'm doing a TV show, Geeks at the Movies, for you guys, I had to see all these trailers, including the ones that are all bootlegged with the bad camera work. We make sacrifices for you folks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like a lot of the other trailers, it didn't show a lot. It didn't give a lot away. It just showed some zombie action, some cool lines like was it Rick or Morgan speaking, where he's like I'm a killer and you are too. Like who was that speaking at the very beginning of the trailer?
I'm not sure. It sounds something like Rick would say, not Morgan.
Yeah. So
Morgan's kind of reformed himself.
Yeah.
After his kid died.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna continue with Rick as that like.
The dictatorship is continuing.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I think he learned at the end of the last season a little bit. Like he's more just about protecting this place now.
Don't worry, he'll unlearn that because it's The Walking Dead and they repeat storylines and characters over and over again.
True. Very true.
The last season was definitely an improvement.
Yeah. So and that's why I'm excited for this to see the continuation of the story. I'm a little surprised that we didn't see what the creator was hinting at, the new villain that we're going to get.
Yeah, the wolf people, the W.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of that, but I'm not even sure if there was them.
Yeah.
Because there's a few scenes with Daryl and a few other scenes where it's like, are those the wolf people? I'm not sure.
Yeah, so in the comics, there's this villain. The wolf people aren't in the
Is this a spoiler, the Jacob? Are you spoiling stuff?
This is a spoiler for the... Well, okay, not really. It's just the character that pops up in the comics. Probably going to pop up in the show. So if you don't want to know anything, then it's a spoiler. But the wolf people aren't in the comic books at all. And there's like this group of people who's kind of like rules over this entire section of land that this new town is in. Because there's other settlements in places. And then there's this one group of people that rule over everything. And the guy that's the leader, his name is Negan, and he's worse than the governor. Like he's
that's not good.
He's worse than the governor.
It's already bad news.
He's a complete psychotic. Like he doesn't like make out with zombies like the governor did in the comics. He's not that kind of crazy, but he's like the ruler kind of crazy, like the crazy king.
The ruthless, my way or the highway.
And he does some brutal stuff, and I'm really excited to see who they cast as him and who they bring into and how they incorporate that character into the story, because I'm pretty sure the creator already confirmed this, that he's going to be in this series, and they did such a good job with bringing in characters from the comic books and incorporating them into the show, like the gay characters from I was actually really surprised that they brought them in because they don't play a big part, in the comic books. So I was actually surprised they brought them in, and it wasn't just for diversity. It was to show a new look at the
Right.
Like,
To show that everyone is in the zombie apocalypse.
yeah.
You know, it's not this set of people. No, everyone that we know is in the zombie apocalypse, and they're still trying to continue their lives as they were before.
Yeah. So I'm not one of those people that think that for everything they have to stay faithful to the source material, but they actually really been doing that a lot with the last season. They've been saying really faithful to the source material. They changed a few things up, but just like in the comics, they brought back Morgan. Just like in the comics, they have the scene where Rick fights that guy that was abusive to his wife.
Right.
They brought back what they did in the first season, where they had scenes that were just exactly like the panels in the comic. There's that one scene where like this girl gets bit in the face in the first season, exactly like it was in the comics. The scene where they break through the window when Rick's fighting that guy, exactly right out of the comics. So
are we nearing the end? Don't spoil it, but I mean, how long is this going to go on? Because this has been a slight problem for me with The Walking Dead. It's like they just keep repeating the same thing. It's like it's something eventually. You're eventually gonna have a settlement that you're gonna work towards. Is something ever gonna happen? I mean, how far along is this compared to the comic book? Are we halfway through? I mean,
we're actually getting pretty close to where the comic books are, but they add so much extra stuff into the season that we're still like. If we're talking about the books in like season terms,
yep,
we're still like a couple seasons behind.
Okay.
So I think that like the comic books are still going. They're not ended.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
this is like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
These are ongoing things.
Yeah,
okay.
and one of the executive producers said that like we can just keep going. Like we don't have to stop anytime. We just keep going if we want.
See, I feel like that is going to be tedious because
Yeah.
this you can only recycle these stories so many times. So I feel like they're starting to recycle stories.
Yeah.
Last season was well done.
Yeah.
I liked it, but the first 2 seasons before that were
Yeah.
But we should talk about because we don't have that much time. We should talk about the other trailer that we saw for the spin-off of The Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking Dead. What did you think of this trailer?
I didn't like it.
Ooh.
I don't like anything about this project. I don't need to see what happens before The Walking Dead. It's just not anything that I'm interested in seeing. I don't care what happened. I love that. One of the things I love about The Walking Dead is the mystery behind how the virus started.
Yep.
All that. I don't need to see it. From the looks of it, it actually didn't show like they're going to show that. They're going to show how it started. They're going to give like little hints and stuff like that. But I don't need to see the beginning. I don't need to go back. I just want to go forward. So I guess it was a well-made trailer, but it didn't really get me interested either.
I'm slightly more positive than you, but still overall negative, because for the same reasons. I just complained about Walking Dead retreading territory.
Yeah.
We see the same shit over and over again. It's annoying. Hey, let's do a spin-off where we do the same exact thing again. Why would you do this? Now I have to get invested in new characters? No, sorry, they're all going to die. I don't care.
they're all going to be dead by the time. Maybe they'll do a thing where hopefully this is only like a 2 to 3 season thing. Maybe hopefully just one season, but
it'd be cool if maybe they brought those characters into Rick's group somehow.
That's what I was saying. Like maybe like we see at the end of the show, we see one of the characters like walking off into the distance, and then in the next season of The Walking Dead, we see them meet up with that character.
And then we know the background.
Yeah,
that would be cool. But as it stands right now, it's like, okay, now we're gonna see when the zombie apocalypse started, which we've already seen in flashbacks in The Walking Dead. We already have seen what it was like near the beginning.
Yeah.
Now it's just we're going to see a little more of it. Wonderful. Now there's all these new families we have to get invested in, which I'm not going to be invested in because I know how Walking Dead works. They're all going to be dead, most of them. This is problematic from the beginning. I don't think The Walking Dead needed a spin-off series.
Yeah.
It's just, what are they going to do? They're going to do the same things Rick does.
Yeah.
They're going to encounter bad people. Sometimes they're going to encounter good people. They're going to be suspicious. It's going to be the same beat.
Yeah.
I can't see how it's going to be different. Unless they do something crazy like, oh, there is a cure, or they have to do something crazy to make it different.
Yeah. But the only things that make me a little bit positive about the show is that they brought back Robert Kirkman, the creator of The Walking Dead, who was a big
Wait. The first season showrunner?
No, the guy that actually created the Walking Dead, the comic books.
Comic guy.
Yeah,
okay.
like he does a lot of stuff that in the show creative wise. They brought him for this, and then then it's also AMC who had a lot of success with Better Call Saul too. That was a spinoff of Breaking Bad. But the only thing about that was Breaking Bad's already over now.
Right.
So.
AMC, I'm not too big a fan of AMC because they screwed up The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Walking
that's
Dead,
true.
The first season of The Walking Dead is the best.
Yeah.
The first episode of The Walking Dead is amazing. But then they got rid of the original showrunner, and then the show went downhill from there. It's never been as good as the first season.
This is how it was for me. First season, fantastic. Second season, great. Well, maybe not great, but still a really good season. 3 was total shit. 4 was okay. And 5, they got back on track.
Right. If they had the original showrunner, I don't think we would have had that big gap. I think things would have went. So now AMC has this other show with The Walking Dead. Maybe it'll make up for some of their crimes against The Walking Dead with the original series, but it just seems like it's gonna be more of a retread.
Yeah.
So right now we're not too happy at Geeks the Movies about Walking Dead, the Fear of the Walking Dead, but we're gonna watch it. We'll see the season premiere. We'll see the pilot. We'll tell you what we think. We'll do a review on it. And things could change. It's a trailer. A trailer can look great, and the movie can be bad, and vice versa. But let us continue. We are now going to get to that portion of our show called Geek Talk. This is where we talk about anything from the movie, TV universe that we want to talk about. And we are going to talk about the least favorite comic book movies that we have. The worst of the worst.
We're continuing with that negative attitude right now.
Yeah. We like it. The hate is strong with us.
But, yeah. So, here are some of my top bad
Let
movies.
the hate flow within you, the Jacob.
The first 2 Fantastic Four movies. Some of the worst garbage you'll ever see in your entire life.
I couldn't even finish the first Fantastic. I usually finish the comic book movies. I got halfway through it. I'm like, I can't watch this garbage anymore. I can't handle a thing. Give me another stupid line. I can't handle this. Oh, I stopped. Continue.
So we got those. We got Green Lantern. We have X-Men Origins. Sorry, Ryan Reynolds. But
Terrible X-Men Origins.
and then top 5, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Have you seen that movie?
I have not seen The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I plan on not watching it
Yeah,
because it looks like it sucks.
It caused Sean Connery to retire. That was the movie. that was the movie that made Sean Connery retire.
That's terrible. That's pretty bad.
Yeah,
Famous actor retire.
that was the last movie he did.
Really? He hasn't done a movie since?
Nope. That was like back in 2003.
Oh my god! Wow.
And yeah, that movie is so bad. I didn't even know it was a comic book. I actually heard the comics are pretty good, but then this movie just had so much wrong with it. It just, like, everything was so bad, and all the people working on it had a really bad time doing it and everything.
Oh yeah, when you hear that from the set, when people are having problems on the set, that never turns out well.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work because if people are unhappy while making a product, it turns out like crap. You can't do something. You can't work at something that's high level like that, like a movie. You gotta have skilled people involved. Those people aren't actually interested. Nope. Game over. It's not gonna work. You have to like what you're doing.
Yeah. Are there any ones that weren't on my list that you have?
I want to make a couple comments about your list.
Okay.
I agree with you completely about the Fantastic Four, the X-Men Origins. I thought Green Lantern was mediocre. I wouldn't say I like it, but I liked aspects of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Me too. I liked all the stuff on Oa when he was out in space learning to be the Green Lantern.
That was neat.
Yeah. That was really neat, and I actually didn't mind Ryan Reynolds as that character. I thought he did a good job, but the character itself wasn't
and
good.
of course, we've talked about this before, but what is the big problem with the Green Lantern movie?
The villain.
Yes, the Deadly Cloud. Do not do Deadly Clouds, because Deadly Clouds just don't work. Well, what's how the Deadly Cloud? What other movie you just mentioned there had the Deadly Cloud?
Fantastic Four 2.
Oh, no Deadly Cloud. And I liked Fantastic Four 2 more than I disliked it. I actually kind of liked it because I really, really liked Silver Surfer.
Okay, well...
But I hated the Deadly Cloud. God damn Deadly Cloud. No, it doesn't work. Please, stop with the Deadly Clouds.
There's a whole thing about like good moments in bad comic book movies.
Yes.
One of the good moments in Task Force 2 was the chase scene with the Silver Surfer and the Human Torch.
Yeah.
When they're going through the city and he's phasing through the buildings and stuff like that. That was all really cool. And then
the Silver Surfer's individual storyline I liked. Like,
Yeah.
he was trapped. He had to serve this horrible Deadly Cloud.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked I like the
Yeah.
character of Silver Surfer. He was neat. He was interesting.
Yeah, and then in X-Men Origins, there was a whole there was that montage at the beginning with Wolverine and Sabretooth going through all the wars and
That
everything.
was cool. I love that. I love that
Yeah.
little montage.
Yeah,
the
that-
history buff,
that-
him in the Civil War, the musket.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
cool.
yeah. That was all really cool and everything. And but I actually don't mind this movie, but I know this would probably be on a lot of people's lists. Is X-Men 3? A lot of people didn't like that movie.
I thought it was decent. It
Yeah.
was decent.
Yeah, yeah. It was.
The
medium.
Joe Eye is medium.
Yeah, I'm medium too. It was.
Yeah, medium. We're medium here at Geeks of the Movies.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It definitely had some problems, but I was able to overlook them. It was probably my second least favorite X-Men movie that they've done. But yeah, okay. Here, okay.
I got a really good one.
Okay. You go first.
Batman and Robin.
Yes, I was just about to mention that. That's the big one.
That's the big one. I saw this in the theater, folks. I was a kid. I saw Batman Returns. I saw Batman Forever. And I was like, oh, Batman and Robin. Because I actually kind of like Batman Forever, which also isn't very good. But as a kid, you're 15 or whatever, you kind of overlook it.
Yeah.
Okay. Even I knew, as like, I don't know how old I was then, 17 or whatever, this is so bad. And I was like, what did I just see?
I was really young when I first saw this movie, so I didn't really care. I was just like, "Ooh, look, it's Batman. He has nipples, whatever."
Yeah.
But then
There's Mr. Freeze. Oh,
yeah,
it's...
yeah. But then I rewatched it kind of recently. Oh my god! Just oh my god!
It's so unbelievably terrible.
The whole the character of Bane in that movie. He's just like some random just like
Steroided out monster.
Yeah, and then Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy too. Just oh my god, that entire movie.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr.
Yes.
Freeze. He had so many terrible one-liners.
So many great one-liners. I don't know what you're talking about.
my mistake.
The whole thing. Hey, I'm not gonna do a Schwarzenegger impression, but hey, Batman, you know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. And he shoots him with the freezer.
Ice Age. Oh God! and then they had George Clooney, and he was the only Batman that didn't do the "Hey, I'm Batman,"
Yeah.
the deep voice Batman.
And
it was just George Clooney the entire time as Batman.
Yeah,
it was so bizarre.
It was
kind of weird.
It was kind of weird. George Clooney said that he played that Batman as gay. He played him as that 1960s Batman where people were like all the people like in the comic industry were worried that he was gay and stuff. He played him as that Batman.
Get him, Batman! Pow! Going.
Just that Robin. Robin in that movie.
Robin with the giant cod pieces. The movie, it's weird because it's almost as if someone purposely set out to make. How can we make a movie that's so terrible and bad? Because it's like how could you make these decisions as a filmmaker? Joel Schumacher made the movie. How did he watch this being made and go, okay, bat nipples, cool. Okay, George Clooney.
Bat credit card.
Bat credit card. All right, cool. Okay, cool one-liners from our Schwarzenegger. Check. I mean, like, where was someone stepping in and going, wait a second, sir? This is like the George Lucas. Wait a second. Is this really the right direction you want to go in? Shut up, you. I mean, I don't get it.
Here's the thing about bad movies like these. Everyone sets out to make, when they're making a movie, they set out to make the best movie that they can make.
Yeah, you hope.
That's the goal. So a lot of times it's too late when they realize that they made mistakes, and they just have to keep going with it and try to improve it from there.
Yeah, this is the problem with when you're just an artist on your own making creative stuff, and you realize, this is garbage. You can just stop. But when you have this team behind you, multi-million-dollar investments, like, you know what, this is kind of garbage, but we're 3 months into our filming schedule.
We can't stop now.
We can't. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
But it just astonishes me that it just got so bad. Like, it got so characterized, so over the top.
Yeah, it should have been noticed in the script itself.
Right. I mean, who approved that script?
Who approved the bat credit card?
In retrospect, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
But this was the direction that they were going. Because if you saw Batman Forever, this was the direction. He was going more campy. So he just kept going in that direction. So the people that were involved, that was like, let's hire Schumacher again. Batman Forever was, it was popular, whatever. They should have seen that Joe Schumacher wanted to go in that direction.
This guy has made some other really bad movies.
Yeah.
But this movie killed the comic book genre for a while.
Yes.
Luckily, it came back. It had a little bit of stumbles upon the way, as we saw from the other movies.
X-Men 2000 came back. They showed we can do a good comic movie. X-Men wasn't perfect, but it was a good start, and
Yeah.
then it got the ball rolling.
Yeah. So we're running a little bit short on time.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to skip one of our segments.
Well, I don't know. We can do a really we're talking about Predator. We're talking about Predator.
We'll do the Predator in a short. So check us out online on YouTube. We're going to talk about Predator. We usually talk about this in our show proper, but we only have so much time that we can air.
There's so much San Diego Comic-Con stuff to talk about.
It was just too much. But check us out on YouTube, keyword Geeks at the Movies. Check us out on Facebook, Geeks at the Movies. Check us out wherever we're at. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, we beg you. Tell us what you think. Give us your feedback. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Jacob?
Nope.
Excellent. So, I'm Shane Goodrich.
Jacob Desitels.
And this has been Geeks at the Movies. The joy getting the proper equipment. Here at Geeks, we only use the straight legit stuff.
I brought these exactly for the arrow and flash clip.
Smart man. Oh, he's so adorable. Oh, I love it. It gives me that sick rush I need to get through the day.
Not the arrow from season 3.
I think it's season 2.
Does he have the mask?
Yeah, but in that same set, Slade is sold with it too.
I can't believe how much stuff came out this week. I mean, there's just too many things to talk about.
I know. I was making the show notes and I was like, like the night before, I was like, this is going to be a hard decision making.
Right. And after you sent me the show notes, then I learned about the Flash.